That was pretty good to see, and there was a lot of good things that happened. Burrow was 20 and 24. He was efficient with the ball. He made great decisions, and did a really good job managing the game that way. But on offense, they set the tone, and then defensively, to create all those turnovers, starting with Eli right off the bat, getting the pick that led to 3 points. Cheeto really, I'm sorry, not Cheeto, Mike Hilton. Really recapturing the momentum there at the end of the half, because we felt like we had a lot of it on offense, had the turnover, and then once again our defense responded after a sudden change. Our motto is we don't give up points, and now we start scoring points with Mike's deal there. And then Trey and Sam on the sack fumble recovery is just awesome to see. So just really all-around team effort, 4 quarters. I thought they did a really good job. We challenged them at halftime to go win the third quarter. And they did that. We challenged them to win the turnover battle in the third quarter, win on the scoreboard in the third quarter, and they did that. That was the message we sent at halftime, and proud of the way that the guys came out and responded that way.
So Hilton, Hubbard, and Hendrickson, and Mixon.
And Apple. Yep, all the turnovers in Mixon.
Does this game kind of signal a testament to the overhaul that's been on the defensive side of the ball and kind of why you brought these guys in over the last couple of years to have more play this way?
I think so. And they've just got a lot of confidence right now in how they're playing, what we're asking them to do. Playing next to each other, the communication's been really good, and different guys are stepping up and making big plays for us, and it's really, really good to see at this point in the year.
Zach, putting 41 on the Ravens and on the Steelers and sweeping the Steelers, being 3-1 in the division, what does it say about your team right now?
Yeah, we've kind of got that momentum back that we had earlier in the season that we knew we could have. We just had a little stumble, but these guys have a ton of confidence, and the standard is really high for them. They know how to handle this responsibly, these wins. We put them behind us, and we're going to move on to the next one and get ready for the Chargers. But again, it's a group that's fun to be around because this is really their expectation right now. Is it's not always going to be to win 41-10. It's a good football team on the other side of the ball, but that we're going to win these games. The bigger the ones they are, our guys are going to step up and play their best football, and that's really encouraging for me to see right now.
Zach, that's 2 weeks in a row where you've relied on the run pretty heavily. Was that something you decided over the bye week, or is that just the way to attack these last few opponents?
Every game's a little bit different, and so that's part of the plan. Obviously, in the first quarter, when you feel like it's as efficient as it is, you want to keep feeding that guy. We certainly have a lot of things off of that, and we feel great about the pass game as well. But if it's not broke, we're going to keep sticking with it. So it was good to see.
What about Mixon's energy when he gets rolling? He seems to not only produce on the field, but he seems to he's got some kind of an energy.
There's no question about that, and that's something he and I have talked about for 3 years now. I feed off of that energy too, and sometimes it's not always going to be there in the first half the way you want it to be, but I think it's been proven that in the second half things get going pretty good. Today was really the opposite of that. Today was rolling in the first half, and then just had to grind it out there in the second half. But you're right, he's a guy that this team feeds off his energy in all 3 phases.
What did you think of T. Higgins' first touchdown catch in the end zone?
Awesome.
And his performance overall today?
Awesome. And, that's when the question keeps getting asked to me about what are people doing to take away Jamar, that's not an issue for us because we got T on the other side. We got TB in the middle. And so that's never really been a concern because we feel like we got so many weapons that we trust and can make those types of plays. And on that particular example, Minka leaned to Jamar, and so T had the one-on-one and he needed to go make the play, and he did. And that was just an awesome moment for T, and great throw by Joe, and we really needed that.
How much does it mean to dominate the Steelers twice in the season, beat them 3 times in a row now? In the overall picture, is that important to you?
Our goals go through this division. We got to be better than we ever have been in this division. If you want to go to the playoffs and be ready for all the things that brings, and so really just the way I look at it right now, to be 3-1, that's the position we wanted to be in. It's not about dominating anybody. It's just we got to win all these divisional games to create that separation that we know we're going to need. And so certainly it feels pretty dang good to go 2-0 against the team in the division.
Every time you guys start a game with a drive like that, it's got to be incredible in terms of like the confidence you were talking about.
Yeah.
When you see Joe finish the drive the way he did with his legs, what does that tell you about his will to get that ball into the end zone?
Yeah, that he's seen it really good, because you kind of saw that on tape a little bit last week with Herbert, just seeing that opening and going with it. And this was more of a scramble by Joe to his left, and then he was able to finish it off, and make a guy miss there at the last, if I'm not mistaken, make a guy miss there at the end. So that's a great tone setter for your quarterback to run it in, and not just effortlessly, not just an easy run it in there, but for the guys to see that it's a great momentum boost for the offense early on, the whole team really.
The play before Hilton.
Okay, I'll get you. Go ahead, Jeff. I'll hit you.
The play before Hilton, there was a little bit of kind of skirmishing with Watt had kind of taken on, but and everybody looked a little bit upset at that.
Yeah.
And then you kind of had the perfect answer.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That was a great opportunity to regain the momentum there with what Mike did, and of course, anytime you see the quarterback on the ground, we're always going to defend our guy. I haven't actually seen it to see if it was bad or not. They probably just got tangled up, and Watt's a tremendous player. We got a ton of respect for him, the way that we game plan and the way we do all that stuff, and but it was good to see Mike Hilton. It was a big moment. It was an emotional moment, and for Mike to turn around and go the other way with it, really kind of catapulted us to what we want to do the rest of the day. Go ahead, Charles.
This is back-to-back weeks now. You've talked a lot about the game plan. Is there something about the game plans you guys are creating that now in the third season, those are better than they have been in previous years?
I like to think that we're allowed to improve as coaches, over time, and I think that we have done that. I also think our players, you look at a year 3 in a system, just the confidence that you have, different than year 1 to year 2. And we continue to add players that help us win as well. So again, this league, you got to have great players, or else you don't have a chance. And so we've got great players. Our coaching staff has tremendous cohesion right now and chemistry. And there's just so much belief back and forth, I think, between the players and the coaches that this is the kind of thing that we're capable of.
Zach, you've almost taken dynamic edge rushers out of the game the last couple of games now. You have more coming in the next couple of games. Is the blueprint to what you've done on offense the last couple of games something that you can repeat regardless of matchup down the stretch?
Yeah, it's always sometimes there's always window dressing, but you're right. It's a never-ending, just never-ending rushers coming at us. It feels like, and it's good. I think Jonah's playing tremendous right now, and Riley's done a great job. He had the ankle injury today that kept him out a little bit, but we just have so much confidence in those guys because of their preparation. Frank's coaching and just how they handle it, and then there's no tackle in this league that you want to leave on an island against some of these guys. So we're always going to lend that presence to them, and Burrow has a great understanding where that's going to come and how we're going to utilize it. And that's why you got to run. Somebody asked me, why aren't draws run? Well, we ran 2 of them pretty efficiently today, and so you got to use some screens and draws to help minimize some of that. And sometimes those are 1-yard gains and 2-yard gains, but we know that the effect is that they feel that. Those rushers feel that, and they know that they can't just tee off every snap. And so there's a lot of things that go into it over the course of the game plan.
Zach, what is Hilton added to this team, not just on the field, but
Yeah, I think that's a great question because it's just his he's a winner. Mike Hilton's a winner. Mike Hilton brings constant energy. We talk about guys who are consistent every single day, and we know what to expect from them. Every day they walk in the building, that's Mike Hilton to a T. He's just awesome to be around, brings a high standard to everybody, and guys just respect the heck out of him.
2 minutes? Injury-wise, how's Riley doing, and then how's Trey Hopkins?
Trey was really fine. He was just slow to get up one time. But we were at the point in the game where it's, hey, let's get some of these younger guys in. Riley, it was just an ankle. I haven't heard the details of it. I think he maybe could have played an emergency status. I didn't talk to him about it yet, but he's a tough guy. I saw him hobbling out there before me in the tunnel for second half, ready to play. So we'll just see where it goes this week.
How's a good deal? Okay.
As you guys have tried to get this offense to where you want it throughout this year, and really the offseason of building it, is this what you envisioned, one that is so based in the run and then Burrow can play off of that? Is it what we saw today, kind of the vision you had in your head, maybe even back in March?
I think that's usually the best way to approach it, especially this late in the season, but we also feel a ton of confidence to spread you out and just attack you with all the weapons we got. So it's again, we have a lot of confidence right now and can feel like we can play a lot of different ways, whatever the game plan dictates over the course of the week, and then however we have to react over the course of the game. We feel like we can do that in a hurry and really help ourselves and kind of evolve the game plan as we need to.
One last question. Zach, can I ask you about the home field advantage? After what happened with Cleveland, to get it back today with a win like today, how important that is with how many home games you have left on the schedule to get a win like this.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, for me, it's we need the energy of this crowd, and these people pay good money to come watch us play, and we need to win in front of them. You know, it is fun to win on the road and go shut up some other crowds, but for us, these fans need to be rewarded with their support. They've supported us through some really difficult times, and so we need to go put a winner out there that they can cheer on and be proud of, and send a divisional rival home, you know, with a loss, and let our fans enjoy that. That is important to us. Just as important to the coaches and players for us to get this win and feel in the locker room, it's just as important for our fan base to get to feel this and enjoy this for at least a week.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Where Joe Burrow's coming in, so.
Did you think that was the best offensive performance you guys had from a collective standpoint this season?
Yeah, I would say so. That was, felt like we were rolling the whole day, and we started to get up by a bunch. We started to play more conservative, but at the beginning we were rolling.
Joe, the touchdown pass that T caught, were you just hoping he'd knock it down, or do you feel like he could go up and high point it the way he did and make that play?
No, I knew exactly what was going to happen. We had talked about that all week. I was going to give him shots down the field, and it was great to see T make that play. He's a big-time player for us.
Was there something schematically they were doing to give T so many targets and kind of make him such a focal point of the offense?
No, like I've always said, I throw it to where the defense tells me to. It just depends on the play. Today, T was the guy.
Any exception with your interaction with T.J. Watt? Did you take exception to that at all?
No, he was just blocking me. I wasn't too worried about it. It's football.
It looked like you all had a conversation, I guess, like in the third quarter. Was that, did you all talk about the exchange? Or?
Yeah, I told him nice block.
So what does Mixon mean to you besides what he does when you hand him the ball? What about how he, his kind of his energy and what he means to you guys beyond handing it off to him?
Yeah, he's a big burst of energy for us as a team and as an offense. He brings the energy every single day in practice. I don't know. I think that's just who he is. He's an energy kind of guy.
What's the significance of beating the Steelers twice in the same season?
2-0 against them. We got higher aspirations than beating the Steelers right now.
You were 20 of 24. How were you able to be so accurate today? Besides getting the ball out quick, and how were you guys able to neutralize Pittsburgh's pass rush?
I thought our preparation all week, the last 2 weeks, has been great. I knew exactly what I was seeing. I thought, Zach called a great game, put me in good positions to just make completions. And then our guys were getting open when they got chances against one-on-one coverage. So, it starts with the run game though, and when you run the ball for 100 and whatever it was, 90-some yards, they're going to be focused on that. And so when you drop back, there's going to be a lot of zones back there.
Since you were drafted, you've talked about really high goals. Just how does it feel personally to be right on track and to be so close to a lot of the goals you were talking about?
Yeah, we're right where we want to be. We have high aspirations this year. We can't let up now, though. I think, we started out strong, and then we kind of skidded a little bit there in the middle of the season. And now coming down the stretch, I think we're really hitting our stride. So we got to keep having great weeks of practice. And I think we have the guys that are excited about where we're at, but not satisfied.
What kind of tone did it set when Eli had that interception at the beginning of the game, and what that's effective to have?
That's what we talked about in the locker room. We got the ball, went down and scored, and then Eli got a big interception, and all of a sudden we're up 10-0 with only really having one good drive, and from there we never looked back.
Why did the sideline erupt the way it did? You think whenever Mike had that fix it in the second half?
I think everybody knows why.
Joe Burrow, I know you said you have higher aspirations than beating the Steelers, and you're in the hunt to win the division. But how much does it mean to be in this spot now with 6 games to go?
It means a lot right now, but it also means nothing if we go out and lose the rest of them. We could be 7 and whatever. So we still got to keep our nose to the grindstone. We're happy. We're going to celebrate the win, but we're going to come back tomorrow ready to go.
We move on Fitzpatrick there for the touchdown. You kind of, what happened? It looked like he gave a little juke and he went the other way.
Yeah, we had a play call that I was confident in, and we, Highsmith got some pressure on me as I was able to get outside, and had a little boogie right there. My knee was feeling good. My knee was feeling great all day. It was exciting.
You think that kind of surprised us perhaps?
Yeah, I'm sure it did. I'm sure he didn't. Most quarterbacks run out of bounds right there, but I saw a little something that I thought I could take advantage of.
Did you think it was important to get in at that point and maybe set the tone?
I think, in this league, whenever you have a chance to score a touchdown, you got to take it. You don't. It's hard to score two touchdowns in a row, and nothing is easy, nothing is given. So you got to take your chances when they're there.
Given the nature of that first drive, you guys just ran it, and kind of pushed them. Did you feel after that drive that it could be the kind of day that it turned into?
Yeah, I think going into every game, we feel like it should be that kind of day. Obviously, not every day is like that. Some days are harder than others, but when we're running the ball like we have the last 2 weeks, everything's open for us.
There's usually a story or a connection for who Zach puts out for the coin toss. Was there a reason today was your day to do the coin toss?
We just rotate every week.
How much fun are you having after all you went through last year? I know you really wanted to make it back in time, but now that you have the team in the position you are, how much fun are you having?
I'm having a lot of fun. It's fun to be back playing football with a bunch of great guys in the locker room. When you have the kind of team that we have, the kind of players that we have, and the kind of people that we have in the locker room and upstairs, you really can't ask for a better situation. We got great people in here that are fun to be around every day.
Do you feel the offensive line getting more and more confident as each game goes?
I do, yeah. They're getting better and better each week, and it really starts in practice. They're working their technique before and after practice, and I think what Frank has brought to us this year has really paid off. I'm excited about where they're at and where we're at, and they're just going to keep getting better.
2 minutes. Was the touchdown run extra meaningful, Joe, since it was your first touchdown run since the injury?
I wouldn't say extra meaningful. I would say it's very meaningful because it was the first touchdown of the game, and it kind of propelled us to where we were going the rest of the day.
Is there a better feeling than to hand the ball to Brandon, so to speak, and have the game, your day be over before the game's over? Or do you lobby to stay in?
I feel great when I go out to the sideline. I love getting Brandon some reps, getting some player performance checks for him. So that's fun.
If this team's going to win the division this year, what's going to be the big thing that helps us doing so?
We're just going to have to keep beating our division opponents. I think we got Baltimore coming up in a couple of weeks. Obviously, we got to come out and win every week because, when we play in our division, everyone's going to be over 500 and everyone's going to be in it at the end. So, no breaks, no days off. Just got to keep our nose to the grindstone.
All right, Joe, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Trey Hendrickson's next.
You have a sack now in 7 straight games. How do you feel like you're playing right now?
Well, I think that's my job. I've got a lot of great coverage in the back end and a lot of great coaching, and Coach Hobby, Coach Lou, Coach Duffner, they're putting me in the right places to have success.
What was the kind of point of emphasis last night, or in the final meeting before the game, what the defense wanted to do?
Yeah, we got to stop the run if you want to get after Ben. If you make him one-dimensional, you'll know tendencies and things. So stopping the run is an emphasis that seems like it's every week, but there's a heightened sense in this week.
What was it like to see Mike kind of get that pick six and kind of the reaction that ensued?
Oh yeah, I mean everybody loves that guy. I mean our locker room is, like I keep saying it every week, it's special. I mean we're rooting for guys. I mean that we were able to sign him from Pittsburgh is a big deal to us. It's a big deal to him, and he feels at home. And we got a brotherhood going that I'm fortunate to be a part of.
Trey, when you signed back in March, I gotta feel like this was something you had in mind. A game like this, and you contributed to that. I guess that's why you felt, that you would be comfortable here.
Yeah, I mean, you got a talented quarterback in Joe Burrow, talented back in Joe Mixon and a great O-line. You know, you can't ask for more. And then I can't say enough about the weapons he has outside. I mean, that offense is exciting for a defensive player to come into this building. You know, and then even the defense, the pieces that they have. I mean, rushing with Sam, Larry, and DJ. Linebackers are fitting holes in the run game, and like I said, the coverage is amazing. And even the coaches, you know, they're a part of the group and they're a part of the chemistry, and they care a lot about these players, and you can feel that. So, I mean, what we have is special, and that's what we've been planning on doing since I walked in the building.
Do you think the momentum, Trey, is leading to the turnovers? Because I know a point of emphasis with Zach and to you guys, Lou, has been creating turnovers. You got those today. What do you think's leading to those turnovers?
Yeah, just affecting the quarterback, I think, is one emphasis on, you know, if they have good coverage, we get sacks. If we have good rush, they get interceptions. It's complementary football. We trust our guys in the back end that we know if we make them throw it a little lob that they'll come up with that pick, and they did their job today, and we got a sack too, Sam and I. So it's complementary ball, and we trust each other.
You had a lot of success against the Steelers in Week 3. Did you pull a lot from that game plan, or did you make some new changes and show them some new wrinkles?
No, every week the NFL is adapting and growing. They're different offense, different tendencies. You know, that's what's special about football. You can play an opponent almost like 3 times and see 3 different teams. So it wasn't any carryover from the last week. I mean, any given Sunday you can see that in even like the Jets game. You know, it's something that you have to be on your game if we want to go where we want to go.
You all had that little 2-game wobble defensively. Why do you think you all have been able to respond so well after the bye?
I think that's the handling adversity that we've done all year. If we're backed up, if we have a sudden change, or if we have a couple games that we're not happy about, anything on film can be fixed if you're willing. So I think we got a strong group, a lot of trust, like I said, and accountability from not only the coaches but the players.
Is this the most complete defensive performance y'all have had this season?
I'll leave that up to you guys. I mean, that's something that we want to get better every week, and we plan to.
You guys are 3-1 in the division right now with 2 games left. How confident are you that this team can go in this division?
I think everybody's confident in that. I think, but it takes a different type of standard in the locker room. I was fortunate to play under Sean Payton, and you see a lot of similar things in this locker room that I felt over there when we won the division over there. So, but again, there is no foreshadowing that you can do. You have to go out there and prove it every week if you want to do something special in this league.
The fact that you've got double-digit sacks with this team after doing it last year, you know, with another team, do you think that proves to folks just how good you are as a runner in this league?
I don't play for, you know, the media hype or the camaraderie. I play for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and my teammates and my family, and the people that support me know what I can do, and it's not my concern if people don't believe in me.
Trey, are you stunned by the margin today, Trey?
I don't think anybody in this locker room is surprised. I think we knew it was going to be a dogfight, and we kept fighting until the final whistle blew. So I'm really proud of this team. I'm really proud of the product. We're going to have mistakes that we need to correct. I think that happens every week. But moving forward, I think this is something that we want to build off of to go where we want to go.
You talked about affecting the quarterback on Mike's pick 6. It looked like he walked the tackle back into Ben. Did you feel like that affected his throw?
At the end of the day, I'm just doing my job, and my job is to affect the quarterback. We'll dissect film, see if it was something like that. But again, Mike made the play. He did a great job making that play and walked into the end zone. So I think that's a really special talent we have in Mike Hilton, and we're lucky to have him.
To out physical a guy like that, is that more satisfying than getting a free run and getting a sack?
Sack's a sack. They don't ask, you know, how it happens. They ask how many. So it's just a fun thing when you're balling with your brothers, and we're just loving football.
You played with one of the best ever to play in terms of Drew Brees with his accuracy. Today, Joe going 20 of 24. With all the star receivers the Bengals have, do you feel like in some ways just how good Joe Burrow is can be overshadowed?
Well, I don't think anybody's doubting how special Joe Burrow is. I think it's, like I said before, his competitive fire. There's a lot of similarities between him and Drew, not just wearing number 9 in Louisiana. I think they're very talented quarterbacks. I think Drew would say that as well. And, you know, the thing is, you got to build, you got to keep getting better, and I feel like he will.
Last question.
All right, Trey, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Craig.
How did that big six feel?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Best feeling in the world, man. That was my first career pick six in my whole football career. So to do it against those guys in a big division game couldn't be any sweeter.
So like even like Pee-wee, like
Pee-wee, high school, college, first 4 years of the league. This is my first one.
There was a little bit of it was kind of a moment there because Watt had kind of got tangled up with Burrow,
Yeah.
so the tempers were kind of flaring. I don't know if you were aware of that.
Yeah.
And then, did that? You think did?
I mean, I don't think they really played into it. It's a rivalry game. There's going to be some heated moments. Guys just got to keep a level head. And, that next possession, I was able to make a big play. And how quick everybody forgot about what happened with the offensive side.
What'd you see?
It was an empty formation, so, the ball was going to come out quick. We were in a certain zone, and I saw 3 go upfield, so I knew 2 was either coming in or going out. And I was shaded inside, so I protected myself inside, and he broke out, and I was able to undercut it and take it to the house.
When you were with the Steelers your whole time there, the Steelers had the edge in the rivalry. Do you feel like the Bengals now have the edge?
Absolutely. There's no question about it. Beating these guys, for me, twice, and for some of those other guys 3 times straight, it's a big change in the guard, in our opinion. It's giving us a lot of confidence, and guys are excited to see how the rest of the season plays out.
Mike, do you think your time in Pittsburgh helped you at all, knowing what maybe some tendencies were on that play or anything like that?
Absolutely. You being a former player, you know those guys. You know what they like to run in certain situations. You know who they want to get the ball to. So me having that insight definitely put me in position to make a play, and I just had to go make it, and I did.
What did it feel like all day as you guys just poured on these guys? These are the guys you played with last year, last few years. I don't know how you felt as this was all.
It started Wednesday practice. Guys' confidence was high. Nobody was nervous about them coming in. Even though it being a division game, never know how it's going to go. Guys were confident all week, and we made a statement today.
Mike, I think you said last time around you didn't necessarily love the way it ended for you with the Steelers. I forget, I don't know exactly what word you used, but can you expand on that at all, or did that make it sweeter to get that pick six?
It did, but those guys over there, I have a lot of respect and love for those guys. They gave me opportunity to be where I am now, and I always be grateful to them. But when I came here on a mission. It was to help turn this team around, help build this team up, and we're taking the right strides, and I like where we're headed.
Mike, how happy are you to be on this side now of things, beating the Steelers and having a team that's 3-1 in the division?
Oh, it's a great thing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were doubting us this year, but like I said, the guys in the locker room had confidence. Everybody knew that we're capable of winning games, and we've been showing that. Being 7-4 in late December, late November, that's a great position to be in. We just got to take care of the rest of the games coming up.
Did you save the ball from your interception?
I actually didn't. I got too excited, so I dropped it, and then I got mauled by the guys. So I was like, all right, where's the ball? But I ended up getting the game ball, so it still kind of worked out in his favor.
What was the conversation like at the defensive huddle right after Burrow's interception and the whole thing that happened with Watt?
There was no pressure. Go out there and just put those guys back on the field. We knew offensively our offense was gonna move the ball. So we knew as a defense we give them as many opportunities as possible. They'll do what they do best, and that they put up 41 points against that defense. You can't beat that.
Mike, obviously you've been on winning teams with Pittsburgh. I'm curious how you think this defense and this team overall will handle success like this the rest of the way.
We'll be fine. We got the right guys in the locker room that know how to keep everybody level-headed, keep their mindset on one goal, and that's going 1-0 every week. And you put yourself in positions to win games and close out games. That help builds confidence. So I like where we're headed, and we still got some steps to go.
I know before the Week 3 matchup, you talked to the team about how much it meant to you to play the Steelers.
Yeah.
Did you do that at all?
I actually didn't. I didn't have to. Guys knew what week it was. It's a division game. You don't have to say too much about it. Like I tell them every week, we want to get to the playoffs and put ourselves in a position. We got to take care of our division. And today was one day where we went out and dominated.
Did you see anything last night?
Did I see what?
Did you say anything last night?
Oh, no, I didn't. Nah, like I said, the guys were ready. Guys were confident. Guys were focused. So I didn't have to say too much.
Thanks, Mike. Joe's next.
How did it feel to get the game ball and set a new career high for rushing?
Felt great. At the same time, I mean, without my O-line, without my tight ends, without my receivers, all being bought into the run game, it wouldn't happen. So as much as it is an award for me and a career thing for me, it's the same thing for them. So I'm excited for everybody in the building, but at the same time, we just got to keep building on top of that.
Joe, do you get a sense with a game like this, it's all coming together offensively for this team?
I think more collectively as a team. We've been playing great complementary football, been playing physical, everybody making plays at the point of attack, offensively, defensively, and also with special teams. So I'm just excited about how everybody been playing and, just, doing the things the right way and just reaping the benefits of going to work, doing the things the right way, and coming out with dubs.
Do you think you're playing the best ball of your career?
Probably a little bit. To be honest, I feel like I'm starting to reach that point, like my prime, like I'm starting to get there. I know what type of speed, the defense come with. I know how to slow the game down myself. And at the same time, as much as me making plays come about, that has everything to do with my teammates, man. Everybody's bought into what we're doing right now, to what Zach has going. Linemen doing a hell of a job blocking, opening holes. Receivers, they digging out guys and just, doing the things the right way. Everybody bought in, but, when it comes to finishing, I feel like in terms of finishing, doing the small things that we don't really see much and getting to that second level is definitely coming about. So I'm excited for everybody.
What does it show about the team that you've now swept the Steelers this season?
I mean, I guess it's cool, but at the same time, that just was another team in our way to where we need to be and where we want to go. Everybody knows what, is in front of us. Our work is cut out for us, and we just got to do all the things, the right way. Come in each and every week to get better, keep building on the great things and the stuff that we need to work on. We just try to improve on that. So, like I said, I'm just happy for, everybody reaping the benefits around here. It's a new thing for Cincinnati, and or it's not a new thing, but at the same time, they haven't had it as much, at least since I've been here. So it's a great feeling, and at the same time, we just got to keep on building each and every week.
Why do you think you get stronger as a runner as the game goes on?
To be honest, I think it's more so of wearing the defense down. When you go at somebody so many times, I mean, especially in a game like that, when the score, is not really on your side, you tend to, basically get put in a situation to where it's, all a pride thing, you know what I'm saying? So I think that Coach Taylor did a hell of a job dialing up the runs, and at the same time, our O-linemen and tight ends and receivers are being bought in and us delivering. So, like I said, I'm just happy that everybody reaping the benefits that we should have been having.
Do you feel your offensive line getting more confident? I mean, compare them today to where they were maybe a month ago.
I definitely feel a lot more confident, and I see them being a lot more confident and them wanting to run the football and run it effectively. At the same time, we all know that there's going to be more games where you're going to have to pass to win, and there's also games like today where we're going to have to come out and run the ball and actually finish running the ball. So, in terms of them guys up front, I just see the camaraderie that they have with each other and the chemistry. Them guys they're like no other. Like, they come to me all the time. What am I looking for? What do I see on this run? Okay, what do I have to do in order to get, basically be put in the best position, to get certain yards. So at the same time, I'm just happy for them. They make my job a lot easier, and by me being who I am, I just got to keep on going and making them plays that everybody expects me to do.
Mike talked about the defense having a lot of confidence on Wednesday in that practice. Did you get a sense of that? There's maybe a different type of confidence they had this week going into this one?
Definitely. Really coming out the bye week. We had a big win in Vegas that we needed to go out there and win. We was happy about that. got that win away, and then we came here, divisional game. We all knew what the stakes was, and we all know what type of game it was going to be. I mean, like I said, I can't say it enough. Our work that we have coming out of that bye was cut up for us. And in order to get to a certain point, which we all eye in the playoffs and, potentially a bowl. I mean, at the same time, we just got to keep on dialing in each and every week, coming to work, wanting to work, which I see that everybody's definitely happy around here. And it makes work it makes going to work easier, especially when it get cold. At the same time, like I said, them boys, they dial in each and every week, come ready to work. They stay studying, preparing, and doing all of the right things that we need to do. So that's just things that I see around here out of our teammates, and everybody want to get better and be put in the best position to win. So we just got to keep on doing that.
Did you get 5 minutes with the linemen during the week to choreograph what you guys did in the end zone after your second touchdown?
Man, I'm going to keep it lit. Or in terms, I'm going to keep it real. I'm sure y'all probably understand that. I'm going to keep it real. When I think we was like on the 1 yard line, and I just remember Big Spain, he was like, man, what we going to do? Because they was reviewing T's touchdown, or he was short of a touchdown, but they was reviewing it. And I was just like, man, what y'all want to do? I got the ball for y'all. And Big Spain was like, man, let's all do something. So I'm like, what's up? What we doing? So Big Spain was just like, man, let's do the two-step. Let's do the two-step. So I'm like, okay, temptation. So we ended up coordinating that real quick. And to really see all of the linemen and other positions joining in, I mean, that was lit for me. So, I mean, only if y'all knew and really talked to certain people, you wouldn't expect Big Jonah to go out there doing the two-step. So, I mean, it was funny. I thought it was a hell of a deal, and I'm excited for all of them, to be honest.
What temptation song? Was it any particular song?
I don't know what song it was. All I just remember us doing the two-step, us moving. I looked to my left and Jonah going, and I just had the mic, and I was just trying to do whatever I could.
30 carries for you last week, 28 today. What is the key to you being able to stay fresh?
I think mainly managing what I do throughout the week. I think we do a great job of how we attack the week, especially how they use me during the week. I mean, they give me Monday to recover. I have Tuesday off. Then they give me Wednesday to really just try to, get my legs going and moving around. And then Thursday, crank it up just a little bit, not too much. And then on Friday, that's really more of a mental day than anything in red zone and short yardage. So in terms of, with the workload and stuff, I feel fresh coming into these games. I don't feel, beat up or anything. And it's honestly a great feeling. I mean, I work so hard in the off season to try to get my wind up and get my body prepared for these type of games. So at the same time, I just got to keep on going out there, doing all the extra little things with taking care of my body throughout the week. But in terms of how, the workload is, I mean, it's just a great feeling.
2 minutes. Your longest run of the day, the longest of the year even, there's nothing there, and then you kick it right. Was that a feel thing? Was it a vision thing? Was it just, I got to try something?
Man, that was really like that vision for real. I just remember going to the left, and then everything was just literally washing in front of my face, and then just the patience that I had, and then I just can clearly eye to the right, and then I just see the receivers, trying to cut off backside, and it was just literally one man out there, which was the corner, and I just attacked him, stepped on his heels, made a 1-2 cut out, and he bit for it, and I just cooked him out. Broke his ankles, basically, broke a tackle, and it was a great run, and it was hell of a blocking up front. I mean, and these are the type of plays that we need to make when things aren't there. We just somehow make things work and shake out, and that's my job, really, to make that man miss 10 times out of 10. So, like I said, I'm just happy for the linemen, for the receivers, and the tight ends. Everybody's reaping the benefit of these wins. I mean, it's a great thing, man. So I'm just happy for them.
What do you like about before the final 6 at home, 3-1 the division, and where you guys sit? How confident are you this team can go win the division and make a run for the playoffs here?
Man, to be real, I mean, I'm probably one of the most confident people in the world. I'm sure, definitely in this building. With the guys that we have in this locker room, man, I mean, I'm definitely very confident, but at the same time, I'm not going to get too high on these wins, and I will never get too low off of a loss. At the same time, we come to work and we come to handle business. And I think that it's just, like I said, it's a great feeling around here. We know the guys, they're going to come in here, they're going to put that work in, and, we're going to play with that energy. And I think the crowd, they did a hell of a job with showing up. I mean, like we already know the atmosphere was going to be like with the Steelers. I mean, that's a divisional game. But in terms of, with how big the win was, yes, it was big, but at the same time, each win is just, it got to get bigger, and it's going to get bigger. Each game going to get bigger, and we just got to do whatever we can to prepare ourselves for these games. I mean, like I said, our work is cut out for us, but in terms of making it there, I'm definitely confident, but at the same time, we got to get 1 week at a time. We got to worry about the Chargers, and they're the next team in our way. So that's how I feel about it.
Your most prolific stuff has come with Frank as the
Yeah.
O-line coach.
Mhm.
What is it about that wide zone, the way he runs it? What is it about it? Because it seemed like you really hammer him on the perimeter today.
Yeah.
What is it that you like about that?
Yeah, I mean, to be real, I think Frank and Zach and even Callahan, they do a great job of scheming the defense, whatever run that we want to call. And they show a lot of things, whether we get like sweeps on the outside or whether we get jet sweeps with the receivers. And at the end of the day, they have to respect everything out there, every person out there that we got. I mean, we have a lot of playmakers out there, so at the same time, you got to play it real honest. And if you don't make it honest, then we make you pay for it. So, and that's what the run and the pass. So if you want to take away the run, that's cool. But we got 3 and 4 and 5 other guys that's going to take you up top. And that's just the players that we got around here. We got a lot of playmakers. But at the same time, with Frank, I'm just, really happy and grateful that he's here because of, one, his mindset. And that's the best thing that I think me and Frank been on, since day one when he walked in 2018. His mindset on how he want to approach the game. He don't care, who's across from us. At the same time, we're going to play football, whether it's smash mouth. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people can get cute with the run and all of that stuff, but he want to get down and dirty, and that's what I love about him. So we just got to keep on building, getting better, things working out. So we just got to keep on building on the things that, we're doing great, and then we got to just keep getting better on the things that we need to work on.
Have you heard about Lincoln yet?
Say that one more time.
Have you heard about Lincoln Riley yet?
No, what happened?
He's taking the job at USC.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Any thoughts?
I mean, I'm sure, people in Norman don't like it, but, I'm happy for him. I mean, Coach Riley, he was a coach in my life where, without him, I probably wouldn't have been as successful in Oklahoma as I was. I mean, I think the world of Coach Riley. I mean, like I said, without him and how he utilizes running backs, I don't think I'll be in a position that I am in today. So I'm very grateful and thankful for Coach Riley, and I just wish him the best.
All right, Joe. Thank you.
Joe, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.